Ever felt trapped in the cycle of a rigid work schedule? This book offers a different path, a guide to automating your income and streamlining your workflow. By mastering these principles, you'll gain the power to reduce your work hours and eventually break free from the constraints of a traditional job. Imagine a life where work no longer dictates your time, but instead becomes a means to pursue your passions, allowing you the freedom to shape your days according to your desires. Watch full video as we explore the strategies that can transform work into a source of fulfillment and choice, rather than a constant race against the clock. And hey, if you're excited to embark on this journey towards financial freedom and a more fulfilling life, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below and give us a thumbs up. Let's transform the way we work and live. Now let's jump right in. Number 1, a mobile income is key to a splendid, integral life. So in the past, many believed that working really hard for years, even if you didn't enjoy it, was the only way to eventually relax and have a good life when you retire. But things are changing, especially for those who found success in newer ways. The idea of being stuck in a job you don't like, just because you think that's how life is, isn't the only path anymore. Some people who've become wealthy or successful don't follow this old pattern. They believe that doing work you love, enjoying life along the way, and finding ways to make money doing things you're passionate about can lead to a happier and more fulfilling life. Instead of being tied to a desk and feeling like you're always racing against others, these newer ways of thinking prioritize finding joy and fulfillment in your work. People are discovering that you can create a life where your work doesn't feel like a never-ending slog. It's about finding a balance between enjoying what you do and still being able to have a comfortable life. So, while the traditional idea was to grind away at a job you dislike for years to finally enjoy life later, many believe that finding joy in your work and life along the way is the new way to go. The concept of the new rich lifestyle revolves around enjoying life's experiences in the present, rather than waiting for retirement. It's about creating a lifestyle where you have the time and flexibility to indulge in your passions, travel, and do what makes you happy. You don't necessarily need to be a millionaire to achieve this lifestyle. Instead, having a stable, adaptable, and ideally automated income stream is key. This allows you to manage your work or finances from anywhere, giving you the freedom to live and explore different places while still earning. The idea is to design a lifestyle that's not solely tied to a traditional office job or a fixed location. With the right approach to income generation and a focus on mobility, you can unlock more time to dedicate to your hobbies, travel, and enjoy the things that truly bring you joy. Number 2, write your own rules. The new rich are a bit different from the crowd. Instead of following the same path as everyone else, they make their own way. They don't stick to the usual rules and often challenge what everyone thinks is normal. Sometimes, they even do things that might upset others because they believe in doing things their own way. While many people get stuck in thinking about what's practical or realistic, the new rich don't pay much attention to those opinions. Instead, they like to explore the world, learn new stuff, and achieve things that most people wouldn't even think about doing. They're not held back by doubts or what others say can't be done. They're more focused on making their dreams a reality. Number 3, escaping competition. It might sound a bit surprising, but aiming really high can actually help the new rich avoid a lot of competition. When someone settles for ordinary goals and a regular life, they end up facing tons of competition because many others are also aiming for the same common things that seem realistic. However, the new rich set their sights on bigger, more ambitious goals. By aiming for something really special or extraordinary, they often find themselves in a league of their own. Fewer people are chasing after those big dreams, which means less competition for them. While it might seem counterintuitive, Aiming higher can sometimes lead to facing less competition because not as many people are going for those really big goals. Number 4, understanding the worst-case outcome. So, lots of people get scared when they think about chasing really big dreams because they worry about what might go wrong. But the new rich folks approach it differently. They take the time to think about what's the worst thing that could happen if things don't work out. Understanding this worst-case scenario actually makes them feel more free. Once they know what they might face, the fear loses its grip on them. To empower yourself to go after big dreams, it's essential to have a mindset that even if things don't go as planned, it's not the end of the world. You can always start fresh. Having the right mindset and learning from the experience helps them quickly get back on their feet, even after a major setback. This attitude allows them to bounce back faster and continue moving towards their goals. Number 5, leave the comfort zone. The key to reaching a better life is to push past fear and what everyone thinks is normal. It means leaving behind that cozy, familiar place called your comfort zone. Many folks mix up being positive with just avoiding tough decisions. They use their fear of stepping out as an excuse, believing that somehow everything will magically fall into place someday. But that way of thinking keeps them stuck in the same routine, making the same excuses every day. To break free, you've got to take a leap. Sometimes that means doing things you don't enjoy. When you see someone you'd like to talk to, don't hold back. Just say hello. Regretting missed opportunities won't help. Often, the things we're afraid of are exactly what we need to do to make our dreams come true. So, embracing discomfort and facing those fears can actually lead us closer to the life we want. Number 6, remote work and the rich life as an employee. The new rich lifestyle is about breaking free from the traditional office setup by working remotely while maintaining your job. To achieve this, you'll need to become super important to your company. This involves investing in yourself, taking extra courses, attending seminars, and becoming an expert in your field. When you're so valuable that the company can't imagine functioning without you, it's time to propose working remotely. Start by discussing a trial period with your boss. During this trial, suggest working from home or another location once a week. This allows you to showcase your increased productivity without the distractions of the office or the time spent commuting. Show your boss how much more you can achieve when you're away from the office environment. As you prove the effectiveness of remote work during this trial period, your boss will likely become more open to expanding these remote working days. Gradually, you can negotiate for more remote days until eventually you might not have to physically be in the office at all. The key is to demonstrate your value, display higher productivity while working remotely, and highlight how it benefits both you and the company. By taking small steps and proving the success of remote work, you can eventually gain the freedom to work from anywhere while maintaining your job. Number 7, do the right things. The 80-20th principle, also known as the Pareto principle, says that roughly 80% of results come from 20% of efforts. For the new rich, it's about understanding that not all tasks are equally important. Instead of spending a lot of time just to show they're working hard, they focus on what truly matters. Many office workers try to impress their bosses by spending long hours at work, often doing tasks that don't contribute much to the big picture. They equate time spent in the office with being productive. But the new rich have a different approach. They concentrate on what really moves the needle, the important tasks that bring the most results. Rather than getting caught up in busy work, they identify and prioritize the most crucial tasks. By doing this, they achieve more by putting their efforts into the things that truly make a difference. For them, success is measured by their productivity and the results they achieve, not just by spending endless hours in the office. This strategy allows them to accomplish more with less effort, focusing on what really matters to create impactful results. Number 8, eliminate distractions. To get things done smoothly, it's super important to stay focused without interruptions. Even small interruptions can throw you off track, and it takes time to get back into your productive groove. That's why having a no interruption policy can be a game changer. Let everyone know that you're not available for small or less important things at all times. They should only interrupt you for really important stuff. Set up an automatic message on your email saying that you might take some time to reply and avoid checking emails constantly. Instead, check them once a day or once a week. Most things can wait, so encourage people to send you emails or voice messages. You should bundle tasks together if possible. This means setting aside a specific time to handle all the tasks that have piled up. For example, instead of reaching out to someone whenever you need their input, gather all your questions and discuss them together during a scheduled meeting. This way, you can focus better without constant interruptions and efficiently manage your time by grouping similar tasks. Number 9. Cultivating selective ignorance. When faced with a problem, many people spend a lot of time researching it, even though they could solve it faster by asking an expert for help. To be more efficient, focus only on the information that directly helps you solve problems and get your work done. For instance, reading the newspaper might not give you the information you need for your job. So, try reducing the amount of information you consume and avoid things that waste your time. In the workplace, there are time thieves everywhere. Things like casual office conversations and unnecessary meetings can eat up a lot of your time and energy. To tackle this, attend only the meetings where your presence and input are absolutely essential. Most meetings end up being pointless and a waste of time. A meeting should only happen if everyone needs to give input to make an important decision. As for the casual chatter, you can handle it differently. Instead of starting with, "How are you?" when someone approaches you, ask, "What can I do for you?" This helps get straight to the point and saves time, reducing unnecessary conversations that don't directly contribute to your work. Number 10. Automate and remove yourself from the equation. Setting up a business that runs without you means handling the human side of it differently. One way to do this is by reducing or even removing the human element from the business process itself. This involves creating a system that corrects itself without needing much human intervention. Nowadays, it's quite easy to achieve automation. You can outsource a significant part of the work, and remote work makes outsourcing easier. When setting up your business, remember 2 important things. You shouldn't be essential once everything is established, and your business should run smoothly on its own. The goal is for decisions to be made without always needing your input. To achieve this, you'll need to delegate responsibilities. It's surprising how capable and willing people are to solve problems when given responsibilities and the freedom to make decisions. This way, your business can function independently, with others taking charge and making decisions without constantly needing your input. Number 11. Communication is crucial. In a successful setup, there shouldn't be any communication blockages. Everyone should freely communicate without needing you as a go-between. When you remove yourself from this communication bottleneck, productivity often increases. Why? Because decisions can be made quicker, which means problems get solved faster. When you're not the central point for all communication, it frees up your time. You can then use this time for anything you want, like creating new ways to generate income that run automatically. This setup allows your business to function smoothly with faster decision-making while giving you the freedom to focus on your passions or creating new sources of income that don't require your constant involvement. I recommend you watch the next video in our series. Don't hesitate to share this video, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts in the comments section. Thanks for watching, and Lil see you in my next video.